for watching the Giants Alliance channel. Today I'm going to talk about a very interesting player for the New York Giants, Cam Brown, who was selected in the 6th round of this year's draft. And I think Cam Brown can have a bigger impact than some people expect. He's definitely going to play on special teams. Today there was a very bad injury for the New York Giants. Cody Core, who was just signed to a 2-year contract and is one of the aces of the special teams, tore his Achilles, so he's going to be out for the entire season. But I think players like Cam Brown can be very effective on special teams, and that's where Cam Brown made a living as a Penn State linebacker his freshman and sophomore years. After the draft, Cam Brown said, freshman and sophomore year, it was how I made my money, honestly. It was how I got on the field. Freshman year, I played every special teams, kickoff, kick return, punt return, and he even made some plays on kickoff and punt return. So Cam Brown had a big blocked punt against Penn State against Ohio State, I should say, as a freshman. So I think he can make an impact on special teams. The first thing that sticks out to me when I look at the linebacker Cam Brown is his length. He's very tall and he's very fluid as an athlete for somebody his size. At 6'5", he has very long arms. If you actually compare his body type to Mike Evans, who's not a typical receiver, but they're almost exactly the same size as each other, and I thought that was very interesting because Cam Brown is not your typical Giants linebacker. He's actually working with the outside linebackers in training camp with Brett Bielema, and I think he can actually provide some pass rush in certain packages on the Giants defense. I do not think he's going to start. I do not think he's going to play every down. But in certain packages, I think they're going to try to use his athleticism to the Giants' advantage. And I thought, looking at his tape at Penn State, he was not the best linebacker on that team. Micah Parsons might be the best linebacker in all of college football, even though he's not going to play this season because the Big Ten canceled their season. But Cam Brown did make a lot of plays, and they used him all over the field. And I think that's how the Giants might use Cam Brown if he does get a chance to play defense. Cam Brown actually played over 240 snaps at slot corner for the Penn State Nittany Lions. So I think he can contribute on obvious passing downs because the Giants do need to get more athletic at the second level. And I think that's why they picked Cam Brown. I think Cam Brown can have a bigger impact than fans expect. He was a captain at Penn State. He was the alpha of that defense. I thought he played pretty well, even though he does need to add a little more bulk. But he can make some plays. And I want to read this quote from Cam Brown talking about the kind of impact he can have on a defense, especially on passing downs. When you're 6'5" on the second level and the quarterback is trying to throw a dig, it's kind of hard when you've got to clear about 7 of 8 or 8 feet of height and length in the arms. For me, it's been about getting into those windows. It helps with the range. Even when you're driving through tackles, that length allows you to get a little further than most. So I think Cam Brown, we always talk about catch radius with wide receivers, like Mike Evans uses his long arms to catch the ball over the cornerback or over the safety. But Cam Brown can use his long arms to not only keep blockers off of him, but make those tackles that other linebackers can't even reach. So I'm excited about his addition to the defense because obviously our defense needs a lot of help. I think Ryan Connolly can have a big impact if he's 100% healthy from his torn ACL. And I think Blake Martinez is going to, stay on the field 100% of the time for the New York Giants. But I think players like Cam Brown, with the creative sort of defense that Patrick Graham, I think, is going to utilize, where sometimes he would put all the linebackers up on the line of scrimmage and you don't know who's blitzing, you don't know who's dropping back in coverage. Since Cam Brown is a very athletic and versatile linebacker that can help guard those tight ends, which has been such a big weakness for the Giants for so many years, I think he could have a bigger impact on the defense than some Giants fans might expect for a 6th round rookie. I'm not saying he's going to be a Pro Bowl caliber player or he's going to start for the New York Giants, but I think he's going to be a good contributor on special teams, and he's definitely going to, in my opinion, contribute on defense in certain packages. And I think the fact that he can rush the passer and he can, move a little bit in space, he's a very fluid athlete, I think can help the defense a little bit in 2020. All right, so that's my video for today. I think Cam Brown's a very interesting player, but if there's another player you would like me to do a sort of spotlight or a preview of, let me know. I think it was Richard Lewis recommended this particular video, and I thought it was a good idea because I think Cam Brown is such an interesting player. But if you think there's somebody else that you'd like to hear me do a video about, let me know. And that's my video for today. Thank you very much.